Is your air sign video for the week of 11/16/2020. This is the cosmic weather report. If you want to see the rest of it, go check out YouTube and you'll see the whole thing. So, okay, here's what's going on for air signs. In Libra, we have Venus still hanging out, and today, on this very day, she is making a conjunction to the giant red star Arcturus. And Arcturus brings in energy of healing, of the world really can be a better place, and the how to verbalize this exactly? The good sense, generosity, and long-term view required that really will allow for the world to be a better place by actually taking care of the people in the world to make it a better place. Sort of that long the meta view, right, of how things are. That like, yes, it costs money. Yes, things do cost money. That's absolutely true. Healthcare costs money and that sort of thing. So this is coming through Libra, the sign of Libra, and also through the planet of Venus as she is lining up with this vibration, and she's already inclined to believe these things, and she believes that it can be done beautifully. And I just love that. And this is a vibration that is available and accessible to all of us, but is feeling like it's coming through strongly with those who are resonating with the sign of Libra, either because they have a Libra sun sign or other sun, moon, rising, or perhaps even just Venus dominance. Could even be affecting Taurus because Venus is Taurus's ruler. Gemini, the North Node is still in Gemini, where it'll be until 2021 or through 2021. The North Node is the destiny point, and our destiny being in Gemini issues and also being in sort of like city and neighborhood life, where networking within our own neighborhood with our neighbors and really beginning to communicate and help each other out to make that very small area that you call home, that is beyond the walls that shelter you, but really sort of the immediate physical environment and the people that you interact with there, the communication that takes place in your neighborhood, whether it's an apartment building or a residential street. It's an interesting opening here for making connections where perhaps there haven't been some. For me, I find it really challenging. I do have connections with a few neighbors, but even this time of year, it's very rainy, it's very cold, it's feeling more disconnected, or it's feeling easier to disconnect. If you're in a space where the weather is still friendly and it's easy to hang out outside, I encourage you to say hello to someone new, especially if you're a Gemini, and maybe this isn't new behavior for you, but perhaps bringing in that sense of kind of tapping into what Libra and Venus are bringing us. So connecting with neighbors, not just for social entertainment, but rather to make the world a better place, and considering healing as you are speaking. Aquarius, your sign is empty, but not for long. We'll have Saturn and Jupiter moving into your sign, I think it's the third week of December. But right now, it does appear that not a lot is happening for you. Well, that's just really not true. So the sign is empty, devoid of planets, but your rulers are doing a lot of heavy work. Heavy work in the sign of Taurus and heavy work in the sign of Capricorn. So your modern ruler and your traditional ruler are in different signs, but this could be affecting you. And it's not easy to endure the weight of those earth signs, Capricorn and Taurus. An invitation for all air signs. Conversation. Begin to experience conversation as healing, thoughts as medicine, Do an experiment to classify as many of the words that move through your mind, and particularly those that either make it out of your mouth, are spoken out loud, or the words and thoughts that are in your you're paying attention to in your mind regularly. So repeated throughout the day, or even thoughts or ideas that are repeated, words that are repeated in your mind regularly, long term, recurring thoughts that you have. And classify these thoughts and words as either, so you have to pick from the two categories, there are only two, medicine or poison. Okay, so that's for everyone. That's for every air sign. And now Libra, if you had a word doctor, would they give you a clean bill of health? So if we took a look at where the thoughts and words that go through your mind most often and make it out of your mouth most often, if we were to look at how that tallied up, would you have more that you deemed medicine or more that you deemed poison? And by poisonous, define it for yourself. But part of what I would consider is that, do these words hurt me? Do they hurt my feelings or stir up anxiety? That would be one of the questions. Anything that creates a sense of anxiety or, I gotta go. But anything that stirs up a sense of anxiety would be considered poison. So keep that in mind. Gemini, I feel like this week, or perhaps just as Sagittarius season begins, something will become evident to us about you, and you will amaze and inspire. I think it may happen this week with what becomes clear and beautiful about a soul evolution that has been taking place within you, that's going to become apparent from the outside, so that the humans who get to experience you will be seeing that. It's just really lovely. I'm very excited for that, and I'm very grateful for your energy. Aquarius, and also I just want to add about the evolution. Part of what is going on is that your ruler has moved into Scorpio, where there is so much juicy potential for transformation. And because you've been doing so much work this year on feeling your feelings, naming your feelings, sitting with your feelings, this is a part of the beautiful transformation that's taking place with Scorpio, who's like, yes, you did it, and you did it right. It's really, I like it so much. I really like how Gemini and Scorpio interact. I think that they're two really interesting, very intense signs in their very different ways. And I like that energy together. It feels actually like it fits in really well with the alchemical vibe of Scorpio. The interaction between the two signs is like chemical. Anyway. Aquarius, you may be feeling such tremendous pressure, like the weight of the world right now is on your shoulders. And maybe the sense is that it's on your shoulders and your shoulders alone. That's a delusion, but I can understand it would feel that way. So this may help, or this may make you feel worse. The thing is that the weight of the world is on your shoulders. It's also on the shoulders of several other signs, as these planetary rulers are moving through earth signs. So your modern ruler is moving through the earth sign of Taurus and will be there through 2026. And your traditional ruler is in Capricorn, where it's leaving in December and will be joining you at home in your sign. Of course, it's also at home in Capricorn where it is now, because this traditional ruler rules both Capricorn and Aquarius. The thing that will help create some relief within you is if you ask yourself a question and then let the answer inform you, perhaps, of why this has been feeling so pressure-filled. My sense is that when you ask the question, have I been contributing to the change that the world needs? Have I been contributing personally to the change that the world needs? the change that the world needs that I can even see. I can see how it needs the change. Am I doing anything personally to contribute to that? And if the answer is no, therein lies some of the very intense negative feelings that are surfacing for you. And one, it may help just to realize that you haven't been taking the action that you feel like you should. And then because you're not doing what you think you should be doing, all this other stuff gets created to try to help you feel better. It's all being created by ego, and much of it is false. Much of it is illusion or delusion. So the invitation here is asking the question, answering it honestly, and then noticing that there are so many reasons why you haven't been able to do what you think you should be doing. And a lot of it is outside of your control. Accepting that something is outside of your control, accepting that you're not taking action, and then considering, well, I know I want to do something. I'm open to finding a new way to contribute. And that will create some peace. And that's highly encouraged by the Venus-Arcturus conjunction that is taking place today and tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.